So, you want to learn Japanese? Maybe you've been dreaming about ordering ramen like a pro in Tokyo, or finally reading your favorite manga without waiting for the translation. If that's you, then you've probably heard the name Genki floating around. Today, we're going to decode this legendary textbook and figure out if it's the right key to unlock your Japanese journey.
Okay, let's be real. Starting Japanese can feel like stepping into this huge, amazing forest, but you have no idea where the path is. It's easy to feel a little lost. But what if you had a really clear, reliable map? Well, for thousands and thousands of learners, Genki is that map. It's the guide that helps them navigate all the complexities with total confidence.
So, the big question is, are you ready to take that first step? Because having the right tool in your backpack can make all the difference between getting lost and reaching your destination. Let's take a much closer look at what Genki's really all about.
All right, so what is the big deal with Genki? Why does everyone recommend it? Let's get properly introduced to our guide and see what makes it tick.
Here's the core idea. Genki's all about an integrated approach. Now, what that really means is you're not just memorizing a bunch of random words or grammar points. No, you're building up all four of your skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing, all at the same time. The goal is to make you a confident, well-rounded communicator.
And this quote right here from the authors themselves, it just perfectly captures the spirit of Genki. You can tell they didn't just want to make another dry textbook. They wanted to create an experience. The goal wasn't just to be effective, it was to make learning Japanese genuinely fun.
All right, let's tackle the elephant in the room, the Japanese writing system. I mean, with 3 different scripts to learn, this is usually the biggest, scariest hurdle for new students. So how does Genki help you get over it?
Yep, there are 3 of them: hiragana, katakana, and the big one, kanji. And yeah, that can look pretty intimidating, but trust me, the key is all about how you approach them. And Genki is really smart about this, breaking it down into small, manageable pieces so you never feel overwhelmed.
See, Genki doesn't just throw you in the deep end. The very first 2 lessons of the reading and writing part of the book are 100% focused on getting you to master hiragana and katakana. This way, you build a super solid foundation. You get really comfortable with the sounds and the shapes of Japanese before you even have to worry about the more complex kanji. Okay, so you've got the writing basics down. Now it's time to get into the real heart of Genki, the lessons themselves. So let's peel back the cover and see exactly how they're built to help you learn.
Think of every single lesson in Genki as having 2 halves that work together. First, you've got the conversation and grammar section. This is all about getting you speaking and listening. Then you have the reading and writing half, which, you guessed it, sharpens your literacy skills. It's this 2-pronged attack that makes sure all of your skills are growing in balance.
Now, if we zoom in on that conversation and grammar section, you'll see it follows this really simple but super powerful 4-step loop. First, you see the new stuff in a real dialogue. Then, you learn the vocabulary from that dialogue. Next, you understand the grammar behind it, and finally, you immediately put it into practice. It's a learning cycle that just plain works.
And here's a perfect example. Every lesson kicks off with a dialogue, usually featuring characters like Mary, who's an international student in Japan. But this isn't just random chit-chat. It's been carefully written to introduce you to the exact vocab and grammar you're about to study, all in a context that feels natural and engaging.
And here's the best part. Right after you learn a new grammar point, bam, you get to use it. And what's so great is that a ton of these exercises have audio recordings. You see that little speaker icon right there? That means you're not just drilling grammar on a page, you're actively training your ears to the rhythm and sound of real Japanese.
So once you're feeling good about hiragana and katakana, it's time to start your kanji adventure. Starting from lesson 3, Genki begins introducing kanji, but in these small, digestible batches. It gives you the meanings, the pronunciations, and even the stroke order. It's this brick-by-brick method that makes learning thousands of characters feel, well, totally achievable. So you've put in the work, you've gone through all the lessons, you've finished Genki Volume 1. What's the payoff? What level of Japanese can you actually walk away with?
Here's the big headline. After you finish Genki 1, you will be well prepared to take on and pass the JLPT N5. That's the first official level of the Japanese language proficiency test. This is a huge milestone, and it's an internationally recognized way to show how far you've come. But what does passing the N5 really mean? Well, it means you can understand simple, everyday conversations. It means you can read basic sentences on signs and menus. It means you can actually navigate daily life in Japan. It is the official first major step on the road to fluency. Look, Genki offers a clear, proven, and really engaging path to learning Japanese. It's a comprehensive guide that has set thousands of students up for success. The only question left really is, are you ready to start your journey?